is an interview that Rosie wanted to do because Star Trek is a show that probably she watches with her kids. And Star Trek Voyager is coming to an end after a very successful 7-year run on the UPN network. And our next guest plays the character 7 of 9. You take a look, because I'm not too familiar with it. Take a look.
I've extracted the nanoprobes.
I'll begin reprogramming them.
Nanoprobes?
Microscopic machines. Hopefully they'll help us repair your damaged tissue.
You said you extracted them. From where?
My bloodstream. They maintain my cybernetic implants.
Nanoprobes, cybernetic implants. Are others on your crew like you?
No, I'm unique.
And yes, she is. Please welcome Jeri Ryan. Well, that's a whole other person.
Yeah, it's a little different with the makeup and the costume.
So now the program is coming to an end, and you've been on it for 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah. What will you miss the most, and what will you miss the least?
The least is easy. I will not miss wearing the corset.
Yeah, when I just looked at that, I thought, ooh, you know.
I will not miss having rubber glued to my face on a daily basis.
How long did it take to do that makeup?
This makeup is a piece of cake. The pieces don't have edges that are supposed to look like skin. It's supposed to look like metal.
Yeah.
So they take, they go on like stickers. It takes 5 minutes to put those on, and half an hour for a normal makeup.
It's just the corsets and everything.
It's
That's
the
such a
corsets and
drag.
everything. But
Yeah,
I'll definitely
yeah.
miss the people. We laughed a lot. We've had a really good time.
Well, you know, there are people who just live for these shows and love them so. And, you know, it's a big part of their lives.
It's a very passionate, very loyal fan base.
Yeah. You're an army brat, I hear.
I am.
Yeah. And that, I would think, would be very tough, moving. And, you know, every few years, your father goes somewhere else, the family goes, and you go. Was it difficult?
Yeah, it was very tough going through it as a child, because you're always
Did it help you later?
Absolutely.
How
and I
does
mean,
that
now
happen?
I can look back and realize how much I gained from it, especially as an actor, because the life of an army brat sort of lends itself to the life of an actor. It's a very nomadic lifestyle. You're always the new kid. You have to learn to get the lay of the land really quickly and see what flies with the new school and the new group of children. And
So you learn to become very pleasant.
you learn to become very pleasant and very outgoing and very open to new situations.
I wonder how your father, a military man, felt. A TV guide named you the sexiest star. This costume, even when I saw, is, you know, like this. What does he think of his little girl in this getup?
My father carries around newspaper clippings in his wallet and gives them to anybody he talks to. He doesn't have to know them. There's no such thing as a stranger to my father. So he carries around pictures and clippings and things like that. He's
So
very
as long as
proud.
you're covered up, it's okay?
Yes.
He doesn't mind the curves as long as
He
they
doesn't
don't
mind the
show?
curves as long as they're covered, yeah.
Yeah. You know, the one thing that I have heard, I mean, obviously I've seen Star Treks, but I've heard about the Star Trek conventions and the kind of fans that you have. The Trekkies? Is that what they're called? Yeah.
Trekkers now.
Trekkers, I'm sorry.
Correct.
What is that like when they, you know, these people who absolutely adore you as this character?
Well, it's an easy audience. You can walk in and fall on your face, or something like that, and they'll give you a standing ovation. I mean, they're very warm and gracious people, but it's a little overwhelming at first. Yeah. My first convention was shortly after my character had first aired on the show, and my fellow actors had tried to prepare me for what to expect. But you just can't be fully prepared to walk into a room and be greeted by a dozen Klingons and full-on Klingon regalia and drinking blood wine and speaking the Klingon language. And I walked in, and I turned around and walked back out and got in the car. I was so nervous. I don't think I can do this. And then I just realized that it's no different, really, than, you know, the rabid football fans or soccer fans, and they paint their faces
and
the
they
team
love you.
colors, and you know, and it's a social outlet for a lot of these people, and it's great.
Well, I can't think of a greater compliment than having a doll. This is your doll.
Yes, it's one of actually several. They have a lot of licensing for this show.
With the hair pulled back and the whole getup.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. Here you are.